Hold on to your four-leaf clovers. Today we're crafting doll accessories that are too cute to be just for luck. Let's go! St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner. We made some awesome mini photo props in a previous video, and today it's time to start getting the dolls ready with some festive flair. I've already got some ideas brewing, so let's check out today's plan. First, a shamrock necklace will add a bit of luck to any outfit. Then, some fun shamrock glasses for a healthy dose of silliness. And no St. Patrick's Day celebration is complete without a leprechaun hat. Shamrock necklaces are easy. We'll need scissors, plastic necklaces, 1/4 inch wide white ribbon, and glue. The glasses are a little more involved, but not too bad. We'll need scissors, a paintbrush, a marker, clear recycled plastic, pipe cleaners or chenille stems, white school glue or PVA glue, and green paint or food coloring. The leprechaun hat is the most ambitious project today. We'll need recycled cardboard, a pipe cleaner or chenille stem, fabric, black and gold craft foam, and glue. I can't wait to get started. Let's go! Y'all, this necklace is so quick and easy. First, grab some plastic necklaces with small charms. I found these at Target for $1. These come in 3 different colors, and we're going to use the greenest, brightest one. So I goofed up a little bit here and didn't hit record, but just cut a length of that plastic necklace long enough to fit from one shoulder to the other on your doll. Then take your glue of choice and glue one end of each ribbon onto the back of your necklace. I prefer not to use hot glue for this because it can get bulky, and since these are going to be visible, I don't want the hot glue visible. This glue should dry clear. And yes, I did just glue it to my table. Am I going to do the same thing to the other side? Yes. Yes, I am. It's fine. Once it dries, it should pop right off. Once the glue is dry, you can just tie it onto the doll. There we go. Isn't that lovely? Then you can trim the ends of the ribbon. So cute! I love it. The glasses are a little more involved, but not hard. First, we'll take a healthy amount of school glue There's a... Whoa! That is extremely healthy. Now we'll add just a little bit of green paint. And just mix that up. Then we'll paint a thin layer onto our piece of recycled plastic. We do want it to be a little see-through. But still have that green tint to it. And if you start with a wet brush, the glue won't stick to your brush as much. Then we'll just let that dry. Once it's dry, draw or trace the outline of 2 shamrocks onto the side that will face the doll. Then cut them out just inside the lines as best you can anyway. Oops. There we go. Once it's cut out, if you used Sharpie like I did, you can use a little dab of rubbing alcohol to get the ink off, as long as you mark the side that does not have the glue paint mixture. There we go. Now grab a pipe cleaner and trim it down to fit just a space to cover the bridge of the glasses. There we go. Now, my pipe cleaners are a little frilly and glittery, so I'm going to trim them down just a little bit. There we go. And then glue one side of the bridge to each of the lenses, making sure to put the glue on the side that is not painted. You don't want the paint to rub off on your doll. There we go, so we've just got to let that dry. Our lenses are now dry, and unfortunately the glue paint is not sticking to them very well, so we're going to have to be extra cautious with these not to accidentally peel it off. So to attach these arms, we're just going to do a dot of hot glue on the end. And stick it to the outer edge of one lens. We will have to hold it for a moment while it sets. There we go. So we have one arm attached, and now we just do the other. Did I glue it to my paper? Yes. Yes, I did. And that took off a big chunk of the green. Well, you know what? We'll just go ahead and peel off the rest. And we'll actually also trim down these stems. And this is twisting around so much. There we go. Oops. Let's try it on. Alright, so these are kind of a flop. Not everything is successful, but you know what? It was still fun. We learned, and that's good. Let's see if we can get these to work a little bit. There we go. I squished it together a little more. They're just so floppy. Oh, that's detaching. Alright, so the glue is just not sticking to this plastic. We're gonna call this one a fail, but oh well. Since most dolls don't have perfectly round heads, we use a pipe cleaner to get the shape of Ben's head. We'll lay the pipe cleaner the way we want the hat to sit on his head. In this case, just over the top of his hair and behind his ears. Then, we'll twist the pipe cleaner at the back of his head. Now we'll take this shape and trace it onto a piece of cardboard. Then we'll add a brim around the outside. I'm going to do about 1/2 inch. So I'll just mark measurements every so often. 1/2 inch from the border. And then connect them up as round as I can. There we go. Now we just cut it out. To cut out the inside, I'm going to use a hole puncher to make a spot for my scissors to get in. It's always best to go along the inside of the line instead of the outline, because you can always make it bigger, but you can't make it smaller. Let's try it on the doll. It's a little too small, so I'll go around one more time. Let's try it again. Still a little too small. I'll just keep doing this until it finally fits correctly. There we go. It stays on its own. It actually might be a little loose. That's fine. We're going to be adding fabric, which will bulk it up just a tad bit anyway. Then take another strip of cardboard for the crown of the hat. Mine is going to be 1 1/4 inches tall. Excuse me, Ben. You want the strip to be long enough to fit all the way around the circumference of that head hole, plus a little bit extra. As always, it's better too long than too short, so always err on the longer side. To get this cardboard to bend around the head hole, we're going to rub it on the edge of the table to get it nice and creased. Do it first on one side and then the other side, and then it should be nice and flexible. Next, we're going to need our fabric. We're going to glue our cardboard pieces to the wrong side of the fabric. If you're worried about the design on your cardboard showing through, glue a design up. For this, we can go ahead and use hot glue. It won't add enough bulk to make a difference, and it works fast. Just make sure the fabric underneath is nice and smooth. Then we can cut them out, leaving a little bit of a border around each one. Since the brim will be visible from both sides, I actually trimmed it down close, and I'm going to glue it to the fabric again. This time I will cut it out with a border. You want to make sure the border you leave is long enough to reach over the edge all the way around. Even in the center. Now we'll glue that border over the edges. making sure to pull them nice and snug. And if your thumb gets stuck in the hot glue, literally just wait a few seconds and it'll peel right off. There we go. For the brim, we'll need to go around and snip the edges almost all the way to the edge of the piece. Make a fringe. Once that's done all the way around the outside, do it all the way around the inside too. Once your brim has more fringe than a rodeo at a country fair, you can start gluing it down. This would definitely work better if I had one of those silicone finger covers that I definitely have somewhere. Because remember folks, hot glue is hot. I did find my thumb cover, although I had to cut it a little so it wouldn't suction itself onto my thumb. And now that's that done, we can glue the brim onto the crown. I'm just realizing I should have trimmed the crown before I covered it, but you live, you learn. Just going to work in small sections and glue on the very edge of the head hole. If there is an obvious back to your hat, I would put it there. Or I would start there rather. Do your best with hiding the glue, but if some shows, that's fine. That edge will end up being covered anyway. And I am going to trim this ever so slightly longer so that it can fit behind this piece. Just need to add a little bit more glue. Make sure to get the glue all over everything involved, including my fingers and the glue gun itself. And ouch! Reminder, hot glue is hot. And ideally, this seam will be the back of the hat that no one will see. You may have to find a way to clean up this underside too. So let's try and find Ben. Let's try this on. Unfortunately, that is definitely the side of my hat because it is an oblong shape. So I'll just try to get all the pictures from his good side. Should have made the head hole just a smidge larger. Although I think part of it is all this hot glue that has built up. Oops, sorry. Oops. That is just a hair small. his head is just slightly too large. But, whoops, fits Mary pretty well. So, let's keep going. Obviously, we need a top. For that, we're going to need our cardboard again. And we will just trace the shape of the top onto the cardboard. Then we'll cut it out, cover it with fabric the same way we did the other piece, and stick it on top. So here we have our topper, and you're probably going to find that it fits in one direction much better than in any other direction. So now we just need to glue it on. Going to put glue along the edge and immediately drop it. I'll just put glue right along the edge. See if we can kind of slip it in a little bit. What good is the finger caught if it's on the other hand? And just press the hat around it. Once it cools, you can kind of peel off some of the excess. And there we are. Alright, but we're not done. Now we need to add some pizzazz. So, first, take some black craft foam and measure a strip about 1/4 inch wide. That is long enough to go all the way around the crown of the hat. Now, mine is self-adhesive, but you can definitely use PVA glue or hot glue to stick it down. Peel off a small section. Start either at the back of your hat or at the part you want seen the least, and slowly attach it all the way around. Being careful to get as close to the bottom brim as you can. When you meet back up, cut it to length. I need to trim that just a little bit more. And there we are, a nice, slick hatband. Very cool. So, for our next trick, we're going to cut just a tiny section. Can you guess what it'll be? We want it to be roughly square. Ooh. A roughly square piece of gold foam. Then we will take our X-Acto knife and cut out the center of this square. So that we have a nice gold buckle. So, decide what the most visible part of your hat should be. I am going to go with this part right here. And since this is not adhesive, I do have to glue it. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of hot glue. There we are. Isn't that adorable? Now, for just a little more pizzazz, we can add one of these. I don't know, this might be a little small. Let me see. If it'll stop getting caught on everything. You know what? I want one that's a little bigger. I have another necklace. Oh yes, I like that much better. So we're just going to cut off this one. Ooh. Try to snip those as close as I can to the shamrock. So cute. And let's see if we can tuck it in just a little behind that. Oh, that's adorable. So cute. Alright, so I'm going to put just a tiny bit of hot glue. And maybe a tiny bit on the bottom as well. See, these strings, I hate that about hot glue. And just tuck it in behind that buckle. Let me try my fabric scissors. There we go. Adorable! Oh my gosh, I love it! It is so cute. Well, I think it was a great day. Dolores looks amazing in her necklace. We may have made the hat for Ben, but it fits Mary perfectly, and look how cute it is! And we learned what does, and more importantly, does not stick to plastic, so it was a great day all around. Thanks so much for crafting along with us today. I'd love to see your creations, so tag us over on Instagram at PlanMakePlay. Our St. Patrick's Day playlist has more fun crafts, so don't forget to check that out for anything you've missed this month. Keep planning, making, and playing along with us, and remember, imagination has no limits. See you next time!